Life online is complex. Even the most basic online user will have over 10 accounts and a heavy internet user in excess of 200. Often, those accounts are not connected in any way, and the same personal information is repeated time and time again. Today, identifying yourself to computers is back to front. Each computer system defines who you are, forcing you to use that identity on its terms to log in with. This means that you build up multiple unconnected identities for every system you interact with. To understand how we can design this better, we need to look at how humans handle identity and go back in time before computers, indeed to a time before technology existed to complicate matters. So let me introduce you to William. William is the village baker and makes excellent bread. This is Tom, William's son, so he's known as Tom, William's son. The village won't support two bakers, so Tom has an idea. Every day he takes a cart full of bread 15 miles to the local town, where he sets up a stall to sell it. In the town he is known as Tom the Baker, or just Tom Baker. Unlike the villagers who know Tom's history and his family relationships, the townfolk simply know him as Tom Baker, the person who is there every day selling really excellent fresh bread. So what does this teach us about identity? First, Tom is always Tom and always will be. This is what we call the core identity. Second, in the village, Tom operates with a persona that has a name attribute of Tom William's son. In this persona, there are other attributes, such as who his parents are and how he is related to other village members. Third, in the town, Tom operates with a separate persona that has a name attribute of Tom Baker and other attributes based on the location of his stall and his reputation for good, fresh bread. Fourth, both these personas are under Tom's control. This is the concept of primacy. Tom controls which persona he shares, dependent on the situation and who he chooses to share this information with. If someone travelled from the town to the village and talked to the villagers about Tom Baker, the villagers wouldn't know who they were talking about. In other words, they could not go back up the identity tree to the root of Tom's identity and come back down into his other personas. After working in the town for a while, Tom meets a girl called Helen and falls in love. One day, he takes her home to meet his parents. While this may be love, it is also trust and primacy at work. Tom has in effect created a boyfriend persona, which he has gradually been expanding by adding more attributes about himself, but all under Tom's control. The decision to reveal more about himself to Helen is his choice, or primacy, based on the growing level of trust that Tom has in Helen. So in summary, what have we learnt about how humans operate their identity? First, we all have a core identity. We are who we are. Each of us is a unique entity. Second, we operate different facets of our lives with personas tailored to those interactions. This limits the number of attributes about ourselves exposed by each persona. Third, the limiting of attributes in each persona minimizes the risk of other people connecting our different personas. Minimizing the possibility of connecting disparate personas through attribute aggregation is a privacy-enhancing technique used to retain control or primacy over our personas and their related attributes. And finally, the amount of information we reveal about ourselves in a particular persona is directly related to the trust we have in the people we interact with and the value of the transaction. In the next video tutorial, we will see how we can use these concepts to start designing our digital identity ecosystem.